Ice hockey at the Olympics. ECHL fans might recognize some of the names. The longtime commissioner is leaving and a longtime player is returning. And one coach is recognized for special off-the-ice duty. It's as easy as pie to sit back and watch ECHL Week right now.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of ECHL Week, coming to you this time from the Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida, home of the Jacksonville Icemen. As much of the hockey world focuses on Pyeongchang, South Korea, and the start of the Olympic Winter Games ice hockey tournament, 9 of the 12 teams in the event will feature at least one former ECHL player. Canada and the United States lead the way with 5 ECHL alumni each. Among the players participating, U.S. goaltender Ryan Zapolsky, who was named ECHL Goaltender of the Year and Most Valuable Player of the Year during the 2012-13 season with the South Carolina Stingrays. Also, forward Mark Arcabello, who has played with 5 National Hockey League teams and was the Most Valuable Player of the 2011 ECHL All-Star Classic. In addition to the 26 former ECHL players in the Olympics, there are 5 on-ice officials who have worked games in the league who have been selected to serve as officials during the tournament. Current officials Olivier Gouin and Judson Ritter, along with former striped shirts Mark Lemelin, Tim Mayer, and Fraser McIntyre. Of all the men with ECHL experience who are heading to Korea for the Olympics, only a couple are active in the league this season. One of them is linesman Judson Ritter. We spoke with him prior to his departure for the games.
My original thought was pinch me, and it still is. I'm still on cloud 9, and it's still sinking in, and every day I come to the rink and kind of more people find out and hey, congratulations, and you know, it's just a great honor to really kind of have put in the time and the sacrifice, and to kind of reach this pinnacle of the game is incredible. I still am pinching myself to understand that this is where I'm at, and I've been selected, and I'm one of the chosen few this year to have that opportunity. The beauty of it is the game of hockey is international. It's an international language, and many people often ask, you know, how do you communicate? Well, hockey is the language in and of itself, and that's the neat part, is that regardless of whether or not they speak English, they understand the game of hockey, and the passion is the same regardless of where you are. And it's very interesting when you go to these international tournaments. They're there for pride, you know, they're there for their countries. I consider myself very fortunate, especially with all the traveling I've been able to do, and especially on someone else's dime. You know, most people are footing their own way, but I've had the opportunity. Hockey's taken me way beyond where I thought it would ever take me. This is the top. This is the echelon. You know, this is the Mount Everest of my officiating career, and I have a son back home here, and he's so excited for me in this opportunity, and he and my wife unfortunately won't be able to make the trip, but I know they'll be at home watching at 2 in the morning when my game is on.
It's been a busy last 7 days. We'll tell you about it in the news segment next on ECHL Week.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
I'm Jamie Shafsma of the Fort Wayne Comets, and you can tweet me at Shazilla44.
In news around the ECHL, the commissioner of the league, Brian McKenna, has announced he'll be leaving his post this summer. A nationwide search has started to find the league's 4th commissioner. McKenna is in his 16th year as the league office's head man. I have been fortunate to be surrounded by great people in the league office over the years. I will miss them all, McKenna said. The timing is right to pass the torch to someone who will lead the league to the next level. My top priority over the next 6 months will be to assist in that transition. We'll have more about McKenna and his ECHL legacy on a future ECHL Week show. Recent ECHL Hall of Fame inductee, defenseman Sam Patorek, has come out of retirement to sign with the Norfolk Admirals. Patorek, who retired 2 seasons ago, holds the ECHL record for games played, ranks 10th all-time in assists, and 17th in points. He spent the last 6 seasons of his playing career with Kalamazoo, after which he spent a year and a half as head coach of Roanoke in the Southern Professional Hockey League. An ECHL All-Star the 2013-14 season, Fedoruk was inducted into the ECHL Hall of Fame last month. Sam's dad, Robbie, is head coach of the Admirals. Former Indy Fuel defenseman Justin Hull became ECHL alumnus number 639 to make it to the National Hockey League, but the real story is what he did once he got there. Hull is just the 6th defenseman in NHL history and the first Toronto Maple Leaf blue liner to record a goal in each of his first 2 games. In fact, his goal in game number 2 was the game winner at Madison Square Garden as the Leafs blanked the New York Rangers. To put the icing on the cake, his dad was in attendance to see it. The Leafs were in the middle of a road trip with fathers of team members along for the ride. Eastern Conference leader Florida has its sights set on a Brabham Cup, the ECHL's regular season championship, which was last earned by the Everblades 9 seasons ago. South Division correspondent Tia Priest has more.
Currently on top of the Eastern Conference standings, the defending South Division champion, the Florida Everblades, have their sights set on a 3rd Division title in the last 4 seasons. There's about 2 months remaining in the regular season, and the Blades are looking like the team to beat. I spoke with Blades head coach Brad Ralph about his plan.
Well, we have to have a great second half. The first half we did what we needed to do, but I think the second half you can characterize it as the real season. So we need to continue to improve here and really just have a strong second half. We've got a great group of guys. I'm confident that we're gonna get out of this little rut that we're in and really get back to playing strong Everblades hockey.
Florida is one of the best defensive teams in the ECHL, and a few players spending their first years with the team are making huge impacts to the cause this season.
Well, I think we just gotta get back to basics, get back to our winning ways, what we were doing when we were winning games. We had a bit of a rough week last week, so yeah, just get back to what we were doing well. And we got to go 1 game at a time and just do things that we do well and keep winning games.
I think we can all do things better individually. We can all step up. We got a couple guys still hurt, still called up, so each one of us needs to step up and just come play with a little bit more heart. We got to keep playing hard, keep buying into our systems, and just believing we can do it.
One big thing in the Blades' favor could be a light travel schedule down the home stretch. They have just 3 road trips totaling 10 games left to deal with in their quest for the division title. In Estero, Florida, I'm Tia Priest for ECHL Week.
A highlight game featuring 2 Western Conference clubs is straight ahead on ECHL Week.
The ECHL season is here, and ECHL TV is your ticket to all the action. With streaming to your PC, phone, tablet, and now Apple TV, Chromecast, and Amazon Fire TV, you'll never miss a moment of the action. Plus, you can watch up to 4 games at once on PC with Quad View. Watch live or on demand with both home and away commentary. Single game, multi-game, and season passes are available. Visit ECHL.TV to subscribe.
Hi, I'm Mitch Gillum of the Worcester Railers, and you can tweet me at GillyGoose32.
Now let's take a look at our highlight game of the week.
Rosie Harms was looking for the pass the entire way. The lane never opened up for him. As now McPartland fires, he scores! Pretty much the whole period. Left point drive by Windle, deflected on goal, it's in! Broken up by CJ Ike. Steelheads stay on the attack, pass out to the left point, Harstad. Now the high slot, Max French fires, he scores! Max French from the high slot, far down over the shoulder of McGuire. It's his first as a Steelhead, and the Steelheads have a 2-1 lead. Puck in front of the Idaho net. Sam Windle from the left wing, a shot, he scores. These stay on auction until the end of the second intermission, so still time to get your bid in as a shot from the right point gets past Farragher. You're on a 3-on-2 as a defenseman, you're at a disadvantage, but if you play it aggressively, you can take that time and space away from a forward. As the puck towards the front, rebound, score! Cole Yulee on the rebound of a Samuelson shot ties the game at 3. Cole Yulee and Mitch Jones tangled up, and now they're throwing fists. Jones' glove is off, Baldwin comes flying in from the blue line, and now everyone's involved. Mitch Jones wanted a piece of Cole Yulee, and Cole Corbin Baldwin came flying in. Power play with French in the box. Watson will play it right circle. Dusty, a wrist shot, scores! Henrik Samuelsson onto the ice. The Steelheads shorthanded. It is a 5-on-5. Turnover in front. Samuelsson's robbed! A bouncing puck came in front. Henrik Samuelsson somehow robbed by Sean McGuire. And now the Grizzlies off the D-zone face-off, send it the length of the ice and in.
Hi, I'm Ryan Rosofsky of the South Carolina Stingrays, and you're watching ECHL Week.
You might recall the game in November during which Tulsa coach Rob Murray collapsed behind the bench. He recovered and returned to his duties a week later. That suspended game was completed this week. Oddly enough, the game will end up going into the record book as just the 9th penalty-free match in ECHL history. Quad City rallied to win 4-3 in a shootout. Coincidentally, the next night, Reading and Worcester also played a game without a penalty. Atlanta assistant coach Brady Leisenring was having a meal at a Jacksonville restaurant with some of his team's members after a game last week when the group heard a call for help. They got up to look at the nearby St. Johns River and saw a man in the water who looked to be in trouble. Leisenring took off his jacket and shoes and jumped in the river to help the man who was about 100 yards from shore. The coach helped the man float to land, where by that time several players and the team athletic trainer were waiting. The man was taken to the hospital, and Leisenring was recognized for his effort as the Icemen saluted him as their hero of the game the next evening. We wrap up another edition of ECHL Week from Jacksonville, Florida. Thanks for watching. To keep up to date on everything that's going on throughout the league, follow all the ECHL Week social media channels. We appreciate that. See you next time.